in the SegWit 2x episode, the people in the companies that were trying to organize to push Bitcoin into a kind of bigger block, more retail payment direction, spent a lot of effort lobbying miners with the idea that the miners were the decision makers. But it turns out the miners were basically powerless and immediately switched networks, just for simple economic reasons. And so I think the combined learning for everybody that the end users with their economic voting, that they would sell the fork, they would short the future, and that the miners were basically not politically active in any way. They would just mine whatever's more profitable, meant that it was kind of a landslide victory for people who wanted to keep Bitcoin as a user-controlled and owned currency. So the fact that that worked was extremely positive. So as Giacomo said, that people were nervous before, but when it was a victory, and it was a genuine grassroots victory, which showed that the developers had essentially no control, the large companies had no control, and the miners had no control. So it's basically a perfect storm, and Bitcoin came out the other side completely unscathed. So people view that as a very interesting and positive lesson about the sort of long-term store of value capability of Bitcoin, because basically all the forces that could be potentially aligned against the user's interest to keep Bitcoin permissionless and decentralized tried their best to coordinate and completely failed in the market. So I think that was instructive to everybody because people were kind of nervous or unsure, had different levels of understanding about the game theory. But it turns out that basically it's not possible to change Bitcoin if you have your own private keys and you wouldn't accept a transaction that's not verified by your full node, then other people out in the world can do whatever they want. They can mine other things, they can make arguments, they can change the software their exchange runs, but ultimately you're still going to have Bitcoin, and nobody external to you can change that fact. So that fact was not understood. And I think that's also very positive since then that there's been a lot of interest in adopting full nodes,